Hey there, leaders. I'm a little bit early. I'm 2 minutes early. Let me know once you get on. Say hello once you're on. And if you're watching replay, comment replay. I'm going to go ahead and start in about 2 minutes. Once I get there on. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let me know if you're here. Say hello. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for jumping on. I'm going to wait till 5 o'clock. I'm a little bit early. I wanted to jump on to try to get going and say hello and wait for everybody before. We're going to start right at 5 o'clock because I have a tanning appointment that I'm super excited to get to. Hi, Irene. I'm going with a couple of the girls to go get tan, so that's awesome. I'm excited for that. So I've had my asthma's kicking in, so it's like when I breathe, so I'm trying to drink peppermint tea, but hi, Mary. So yeah, anyways. All right, so how is your guys? What are we on Tuesday? These days are crazy, right? Hi, Olivia. Thanks for jumping on. I've been nonstop today. It's been bananas, but it's a good thing, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump in. I know it's going to be 5 o'clock in like 1 minute, but we're going to go ahead and jump in. Hi, Angela. Today, I decided to, after talking to a couple people, leaders in the squad recently, I decided that it's time for me to come on and talk about creating your team culture and building your page and the responsibilities of a leader. I know a lot of us in here have promoted in hypergrowth. And what is hypergrowth? Hypergrowth is where a lot of people are joining all at once, and it's just a fast pace, and it's people, and people getting more people and more people and more people. And I know a lot of you guys promoted in hypergrowth. So not only were you trying to learn the business yourself, but you were also trying to train your new teamie. So I understand that. I understand that part of it. So I understand also that some of us might have been too busy to train, or some of us didn't get trained or whatever. But let me say this before we start. The responsibility to be trained falls on yourselves. Yes, I'm going to explain the responsibilities of a leader, but if you're in a scenario or a circumstance right now where you have not been trained by your sponsor, guess what? There is something to be done, and the ball is in your court. Hi, Karina. So yes, we cannot blame our sponsors forever and ever, because if we do want to make this a business, and we want to grow our team, and we want to feel more confident in leading our teams, then it's going to take us diving in, and that's a whole nother training for the most part. But I encourage you guys, if you guys have not been trained, and I'll talk about that shortly. If you guys kind of feel lost, if you guys feel unsure, dig into the training on YouTube, dig into the trainings on the Squad Goals page, dig into the trainings that have been on here, because you guys, there's so many available tools for us so that we will be confident when we're training our teamies. And we're never going to know everything, you guys. I don't know everything. I've been around for 3.5 years, and there's still things that I don't know. So don't be hard on yourself, but don't do nothing either. Does that make sense? Okay, so the leaders, we as leaders, you guys are leading above in this page. Lead, star, superstar. And then there's directors in here, but for the most part, I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to lead, I'm talking to star, and I'm talking to superstar. It is your responsibility to begin to create a culture, a team culture for you and the teamies that are in your downline. And I'm not just talking about direct downline. I'm talking about whoever you sponsor and whoever they sponsor. That is part of your group. Okay. Until they promote to director and break off, then they have their own group. But for now, they are your group. Your frontline is the people that you have personally sponsored. And I'm talking a lot of basic because I know there's a lot of new people, new leaders in here. So I want to try to be as thorough as possible. We need to make sure that we are beginning to create a culture. Hi, Carol. Hi, Francis. That our teamies can thrive in and feel safe in and to grow in. And it starts with you. Guess what? You are under your director. We have Sandra, we have Karina, Krista, Rebecca, Raina, Selena, My mind's everywhere. Gina, Trisha and Tiffany, you guys all have your directors. Yes, but guess what? Whoever you sponsor and whoever's in your line, your downline, your group, you are responsible to make sure that they have communication, that they are being, that they know where to find training, and that they are being communicated with and encouraged. That's the definition of a sponsor for Scentsy: to encourage, to give training, and not to be at their beck and call, which we're going to address. I'm very, very big on that. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. How many of us, give me a thumbs up if you have your own team page yet. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. It's fine either way. I just want to know where we're at. Thumbs up if you have your own team page on Facebook. Thumbs down if you have not yet made that. And I want to talk about other things in the process. If you are a star and above, and you are hitting consistent star numbers, if you are consistently getting paid at title, okay, Karina, yes, you have your page. Francis, you do not. If you are star title and you have 5 or more teamies and you're doing your part, you need to have a team page. Okay, if you don't have one yet, it's okay. You're not horrible, you're not doing a bad job, you just didn't know, or if you didn't know, that's one thing. If you do know and you refuse to do it, that's another thing, and I'm going to address that. And you might hear me get a little pumped or whatever. I'm not mad. I'm passionate about what I speak about sponsoring, because this is how we're going to grow our team. Okay, Mary, you do not. Jessica, you do not. Mary, you're a lead. Jessica, I believe you're a star. Francis, you're a star. Okay, so if you have 5 people or more that are in this business, you need to get your team page going. And let me say this right off the bat. I understand that there's a lot of groups right now that people are involved in. And I've had this conversation with Wendy. I stopped adding my new teamies to OC Sense because it's too many pages with too much redundant information and too much, the repetition is too much. It's too overwhelming. You have 5 now. You're thinking of a team name. I'm so excited for you, Francis. I did see your post the other day about that. How exciting. So you do not have to add your teamies to OC Sense. Wendy and I had this discussion already, and she completely agrees. It's too many pages. For one, you are under Squad Goals. Squad Goals is your mama page. OC Sense used to be our mama page till I promoted to Superstar. I broke off, and now my our homepage, one second, the gardener's soon. Our homepage now, our mama page is Squad Goals. Okay, you can stay in OC Sense if you want to. I'm still in there. I'm not active as much in there. I'm here and there because I have a whole nother group. This is where you have to decide. I understand you don't want your teamies to miss anything, and for the most part, they're not going to. Wendy and I pretty much do the same things. I was trained by Carol. I was trained by Tracy and Kathleen and Wendy. Those are my upline. So everything that they train me is what I do here, and then I add my own spice to it. So that being said, if you do not want to add your new teamies to OC Sense, or they feel it's too many pages, tell them they can remove themselves from OC Sense, or you could remove them, and they can be in Squad Goals, and it could be in your, if you're not directly under me, if you are under a different director like Raina or, Selena, Rebecca, Karina, all of them, if you guys are under them, you need to be in their page, okay? You need to be in your director's page. Hands down. That is before anything else. You need to be in your director's page. If you're not in your director's page, you need to ask to be added, or you need to participate in it for sure. So let me say this. If you're in your Cali Squad, Dreams, Wax Slingers, Fantastic Hustlers, your director's page, if you are in there and you are not active, you are planting seed of what you're going to get in your team page when you break off as a director. Are any of you guys going for director? Give me a thumbs up if you are. If you're not going for director, you don't have to put your thumbs up. You're just kind of coasting, you're cruising, whatever happens, happens. That's fine. Let me say this. You need to be in your director's page, okay? Because you're going to learn from them how to build your team. Nobody knows everything. If you think you know everything, you're going to have a very, very hard time in this business because you're not going to be teachable. And that's a very, very big thing for me. You have to always remain a student. Okay, so Francis, yes. Okay, good. So if you're going for director, that's awesome. I love those thumbs up. So you need to learn how to cultivate a team, and it's going to start by being active in your director's page. Not only is it going to teach you that, but it's also going to give you the earned respect of your teamies that are in there saying, oh, okay, she engages, so this is normal to engage. So now you're teaching your teamies how to engage in the page. So when you break off as a director, your team already knows this is natural to engage. This is natural to post. This is natural to take ownership, and we're going to go over that. Does that make sense, you guys? So if you're not active in your director's page, if you're not active in squad goals, you need to step it up. Okay, because you guys are the leaders, and like I said, I'm not mad, I'm just passionate, and I want to drive it home today, because we have leads, stars, and superstars that have been at the same level for a long time. And I know it's frustrating. Sometimes we can't promote. Sometimes people drop off. Our team sizes go up and down. That's part of the business. But a lot of it is going to help if we're cultivating our teams and we're cultivating a community where people do not want to leave. If they don't feel a part of something, you guys, it's easy to leave. It's easy to be like, forget Sensi. If they are walking away from friendships, that's going to be a little harder. They're going to be like, you know what? I don't want to stop selling because my friends are in that group, and I'm not going to get to talk to them if I don't, create that community where they don't want to leave. Okay, how, right? Let me say this too. Let me backtrack a little bit. If you are a lead, and you have below 5 teamies, it is still your responsibility to be in complete communication with them. It is not your director's responsibility to reach out to them. They will reach out to them because that's your director's responsibility as well, like to make sure everybody is kind of feeling part. But it is not their responsibility to train your teamies, to get them to be on trainings. That is your responsibility, lead and above. Now, if you're a lead and above, do you have a chat going on, a Facebook Messenger, a direct text, a voice memo? This is something that's really big, you guys. We cannot clump everybody together all the time, because I know there's some people that don't want to be in a group text. I've actually had, oh, can you remove me? I don't like that. Okay, fine. No big deal. We have to personally be reaching out to our downline. Stars, whoever is under you. I don't care if there's 5 people and 3 of them are under your girl. You reach out to them because you are building that relationship with them on your way up, because you're going to be, that's going to be your group. That's your group. Okay. So, lead, you need to have a text. You need to be voice texting them at least once a week. What I do, and I was talking to Selena about this today, what I do is one time a week, and it's usually on a Monday, I will reach out to my front line. I'll pick 2 or 3 of my front line, sometimes 5 if I'm feeling crazy. And I'll say, hey, just checking in. I'm here if you need me. Let me know. They can hear my voice. I send them a voice memo because it's a lot more. There's more of a connection when you could hear somebody, and you can like here, like you see me. It's different if I was to just post this and slap it on the Squad Goals page. You're not going to get the full impact if you're watching the training or you hear my voice. Okay. So yes, message people in Facebook chat. Yes, Frankie, that's good. Yes, a group text. Marco Polo. Marco Polo is so fun. If you guys haven't used that app, you should. It's fun. But that one-on-one communication is what is going to link these people to you and to begin to create that want and that desire to be part of the culture you're creating in that group chat, in that new Facebook page that you just created for your team. Does that make sense, you guys? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. The one-on-one, you don't have to sit there and have conversation with them. I don't encourage you to do that all the time, because it's going to take from your family time, and it's going to take from your business time. Check in with them maybe first thing in the morning and say, hey, this is what Carol taught me, because Carol was the best at this. She'd be like, hi, Rihanna, just checking in. I'm so proud of you. Let me know if you need me. She'll call me, hey, I'm going to stop by real quick. And she'd come and bring just a little little gift, just to make me feel special. And that's what we want to do with our teamies. We want to make sure they feel special and they feel recognized and they feel noticed and valued. You don't have to buy them anything. You could just say, I'm just calling to check on you. Or if you're not a call person, I don't like calls. I'll only take calls from very few people if it's important. Like I'm sure you guys know by now, I don't like to be on the phone. I don't like to talk. And you wouldn't think that by these trainings. But if you come and sit in my house, I'm a person of very few words. Okay. So you can send a voice memo. You can send a text. You can send a private message. Do something one-on-one as well as with your group in your group chat or whatever you're going to do. Okay, lead and above. Don't tell me, oh, they don't respond back to me. That's fine. I have people that don't respond back to me either, and I still message them. I send a message on the 1st of the month, checking in. Hey, it's February 1st. I'm so excited. What are your plans for the month? Talk to me. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Boom. I don't hear from them. Guess what? I don't cry about it. I didn't die. I'm fine. I'm still trucking along, So then on the 15th of the month, hey, just checking in. We're halfway through the month. Just want to let you know I'm here if you need me. Reach out. I'm here. Okay, thank you so much. You know what? I did have a question, or I'll ignore you completely. Or no, I'm good. Thank you so much for checking in. They don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care. You should not just be following up and checking in with your teamies when it comes time to hit your numbers or you're trying to promote. That's ugly. And I don't think we have anybody in here that do that, but I just want to remind you, and I want you to remind your leaders that are up and coming that they should be checking in on your teamies. Everything that you guys are learning tonight, if you have people that are not on here, I want you to tag them. If you have leaders that are not on this page right now watching the live, that's fine. Come back and watch the replay, but tag them. And if you notice, come back in a couple days. If you notice they still haven't watched it, reach out to those leaders. If you have leads under you, if you have stars under you or superstars under you, if you have those under you and you know they're not watching, tag them here and then follow up. Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but Rihanna went on the Leading the Squad page and she was talking about creating our culture, and I just want to make sure you watch it so that you're able to train your teamies and get them engaged. Do not accept that they just ghost you. Okay, they're going to ghost you. Some of them are going to ghost you no matter what you do. But if you're doing your responsibilities and if you are taking everything in that you need to do, then we should be okay. The ones that want to rise up are going to rise up. The ones that are feeling a little lost will grab it and be like, oh, okay, so this is what we do. The ones that don't want it, they'll stay away. But you know what I mean? So if we're throwing that net out, the ones that are going to grab on, that's what we want. Because there's some leaders in here, and you guys may be some of them, that are feeling a little lost and don't know how to promote or kind of stuck or not sure how to lead a team. That's what tonight's about. Make sure you tag your teamies. Make sure, let them know to come and watch. They have to be leading above on here. So if you're a star and you have a lead under you, if you're a lead and you have a lead under you, if you're a superstar and you have star lead, they need to be watching this. They need to be in this group. A big thing that I have a problem with, and this is a conversation I've had with a couple people, and I've dealt with it myself, is people not having Facebook. If you're going to jump in, Scentsy, for a business, guess what? You need to have Facebook, because most of our training is done on Facebook. Very rare will we do Zoom, because when I did the poll, you guys told me you guys like lives better than Zoom. So I adjusted. I would do my monthly on Zoom, but I brought it back here to Facebook Live because you guys wanted it there. So if you have teamies on your team that are trying to sell or trying to make extra cash, and it's not just a hobby to where they just want to be left alone, you need to tell them, create a Facebook page. And maybe if you don't want your name to be there, create an alias. Okay, name it something else. Hey girl, I'm going to be under Veronica Lopez. I'm Rihanna. I'm going to be under Veronica Lopez. I'm not going to have no friends. I'm just going to join and add this group. And that's it. Let them know it's okay. Because some people are going through some real stuff in their personal life where they don't want to be found on social media. And I understand that. But if they want to grow and if they want to be trained, because guess what? You are not doing a double training. We're going to go into the boundaries right now. You're not going to do another training for the people that refuse to go where the training is at. Do you guys understand that? Does that make sense? If you have anybody that's not on Facebook, you let them know. I'm so excited that you joined. I understand that you don't have a Facebook, but our trainings happen, our monthly trainings happen on Facebook. And this is where all of our information is, aside from the workstation. So, and the community is really awesome. So maybe if you want to just jump in and and explain to them how to do it, create an alias, create it just for that. You don't even have to put a profile picture up. That's fine. Just have access to this. Because if you don't, you're going to be forever repeating stuff that you just did a training on in your group, and I refuse to do it. I have leaders in here, and I'm being transparent. I have leaders in this Leading the Squad page that will message me asking me questions about trainings I have done. And I'll say, did you check the training on the squad goals? I'm not going to do it twice. I don't have time to do it twice. I did it tonight. And if somebody else says, oh, can you help me develop a culture for my team, I'm going to say, did you watch the training I did on Leading the Squad? I'll tag you. I'm going to tag you, but I'm not going to do it twice. Yes, if you have questions on what I talked about, we can talk about it, but I'm not going to train 500 people over the same thing that I just did. Exactly, Frankie. Just for Scentsy. Explain to them. They might not grasp that concept to do. It's okay to do that. They don't have to have all kinds of posts up and pictures and da-da-da. Just have access to the trainings. Okay. I'm hot. I have my heater on out there because it's really, really cold in my house, and I'm freaking hot in here. And by the way, leading is not just tagging somebody on a training. Okay, leading is not just, yes, Kathy, you're hilarious. She makes me laugh. She's like, oh, I've called you sometimes. I'm like, don't freaking call me. I love you guys, but don't call me. Okay, so leading is not just tagging you guys. And I've seen this, and I've seen it recently, irks the heck out of me, to be honest with you guys. I will see a leader come and tag their teamie, but they don't watch the training. I will see a leader go and tag somebody on a full-on post, yet not apply the post to their own life. Lead by example. Lead from the front. Do not come in here and tag somebody on on anything if you are not leading by example, and if you are not watching the train, and if you are not following up with what you should be following up. I want you guys to be an amazing group of leaders, and it's going to take us stepping out of where we're at right now. Not that you guys are not right now, but we need to go to the next level because we've been here too long. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this. When you became a leader, you were excited, and you were, oh, hey, oh, I got a text. Oh, yeah, girl, this is how you do it. Oh, girl, yeah, this is, oh, my God, girl, yeah. And I was guilty of the same thing. I had my phone on me. I still have my phone on me all the time, but I choose what I respond to at this point. I would respond to people like that. Like, no joke. Like, text coming, okay, thank you. And they got used to that. So when I learned that I need to have boundaries for the health of my business and the health of my family and my marriage, you guys, I was on my phone while I was watching a movie with my family. I was on my phone while laying in bed with my husband, like not doing anything, but like just chilling, I should have had my phone on the nightstand, turned off, upside down, inaccessible at 10 o'clock at night. We need to make sure, excuse me, guys, that we set boundaries from lead and above. Okay. So this isn't just if you're a director or if you're a superstar, this is from lead and above. Anytime you get a teamie, you establish your business hours immediately. My business hours, I'm not going to respond after 9 o'clock. Sometimes I don't respond back if it's 8 o'clock. If I'm with my family and I'm just chilling, and you'll notice, and it's no disrespect, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I won't. My hours are from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. My customers don't have business hours. I think we were talking about this recently. My customers could text me whenever they want because I need sales. But you guys, there's always a way to find an answer for our teamies. Our teamies need to learn the chain of command, and that's the next thing I want to talk about. If you guys have not set your boundaries of your business hours, I want you to do it pleasantly starting tomorrow morning. Hey, good morning, guys. I just want to put it out there. I'm so excited for our group. We're going to implement some business hours. I just want to make sure so everybody knows when I'm available. You don't have to point anybody out and say, girl, don't be texting me at 10 o'clock, because they do. If you guys are answering texts at 10 o'clock, let me tell you this, and this is from example, you are creating a monster from your team, and you're going to regret it, and it's going to take a minute to pull them back out of that swamp that you created, that I created. And I had to do that, you guys, because I was so accessible and I was so available that they thought they could text me at 11 o'clock at night, because they were just wondering how to make a VIP page. Girlfriend, that is not an emergency. Please do not be messaging. I would answer them because I felt like I needed to, so that they could grow their business. Oh, I don't want them to miss that sale, or I don't want to. You guys, all of this information after hours can be found on Workstation, on YouTube, on Google, on the Squad Goals page, on your directors page. All of that can be found there. It's healthy boundaries that you set. You have to do that. I'm a night owl, so I'm always answering, but now they will get used to that. Yes, Francis, exactly. I used to be a night owl too. Now I can barely stay at past 9. Yes, do it now. And do it healthy. Do it gently. Do it meekly. Do not be like, don't text me past this time. I'm not going to answer you. Like, don't be a jerk. None of you guys are. I'm just saying, but do it with grace. My word. If you haven't set it in motion yet, do it tomorrow with grace. Put it in your Facebook Messenger chat. Individual text. Hey, Francis, isn't our group page isn't it exciting to be part of the group? I'm so excited. The group is getting bigger and I'm just so excited. I want to make sure that if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me between 9 and 5 p.m. I'm available. I'm off on the weekends, but anytime you need me throughout those hours, just let me know. Otherwise, you can reach me on YouTube, and you can reach out on YouTube and the Squad Goals page to get answers to questions you may have after hours. You see, you slid it in there. You didn't shove it down their throats. You slid it in. They didn't even know you were teaching them or putting boundaries, but you did. Get it? Does that make sense? Chain of command. This is huge, you guys. And I know I probably have some people that may be upset with me or may be like, ugh. But if somebody reaches out to me that is 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, generations below. What's a generation? I'm generation 1. Whoever I sponsor is my generation. Whoever that person sponsors goes to generation 2. Whoever that person sponsors goes to generation 3. Nobody is more important to me, period. You guys are all special to me, and I try to make myself available. However, there is a chain of command that we need to teach our team now from lead and above, because they cannot just come and message, let's say, I'm trying to see, Frankie, one of your teamies, you're under Selena, right? Your teamie, Frankie, should not be messaging Selena or Raina. They need to try to figure it out on their own. We'll go through the chain next. And after they go through those chains, then is you. Then is Selena. Then is Raina. Then is me. And it's not like, oh, a hierarchy. No, it's nothing like that. It's teaching them that most of the time they're going to find the answers before they even hit you. You're their sponsor. Here's how the chain of command works. Workstation is number 1. If you are not sure of the chain of command, we're about to do some schooling right now. I want you to write it down, and I want you to start teaching your teamies from lead and above from now on. It starts with Workstation. Every single thing, for I would say 95% of the information. Olivia, I had a drink with Olivia. I got to meet her in person. She cracks me up. I enjoyed my time with you, Olivia, and I realized that I didn't post my video that night, so I'm saving it. See, squirrel. What was I saying? Oh, chain of command. Okay, so Workstation. Everything's going to be there. You direct them there. Oh, have you checked your workstation? Don't be afraid not to give them the answer. We're teaching these people how to fish, because or else your phone's going to be blowing up. People are going to be expecting you to give them answers, to spoon feed answers. And that's not what we do. Hi, Lisa. That's not what if we do that, we're handicapping our team, and we are stunting our growth, and we are going to be hand-holding and listening to whining and complaint. No, we're grown adults here. Okay, you're teaching them how to find the information. Don't ignore them, but teach them. So if somebody says, hey, where do we find, when does the cent of the month come out, or when do we get charged cent of the month? Oh, did you check on Workstation? And let me just say this, you don't have to respond within 5 minutes. Give them some time. Once they don't get an answer back in a few minutes, they're going to be like, if it's an emergency, they're going to be like, shoot, I need to find this. Let me go look here. Right? So that's pushing them to Workstation. If they can't find it on Workstation, you guys, what's next? Google. Google is our best friend. You can find stuff I don't even want to see on Google. Sometimes I type things in, I'm like, whoa, I don't want to see that. That wasn't even related. But you can find everything on Google. Okay, so say they can't find what they're looking for on Google, right? Customer service number. That's step number 3. Okay? Step number 3 is customer service. Oh, I don't want to call customer service and wait online. Well, guess what? Your time is not more important than my time. If it's a question that you cannot find the answer to, this is a step you do, and you don't have to be a jerk about it. Workstation first. I would say don't respond right away to everybody. Here and there, yes, of course. If you're sitting there, absolutely. If you're in the middle of a movie, if you're driving, if you are shopping with your family, do not feel like you need to respond to those texts immediately. Give them time to figure it out. Okay? And then once you do respond, oh, hey, girl, I'm shopping with my family. Did you check the Workstation? Boom. Put your phone back away, right? And then you go about whatever you were doing. Oh, no, they're either going to text you back, oh, yeah, I checked Workstation, or oh, no, I haven't checked Workstation. Guess what? That's another 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes go by. Oh, okay, you didn't find it? Oh, were you able to Google it? Try Googling this, or try going on YouTube. Google and YouTube go hand in hand. Did you check YouTube? Did you check Google yet? Put your phone away. Another 30. Eventually, they're going to realize they're not going to have the ability and the access to you to skip all these steps. If they say, oh, and this is, I think Gina does this. Gina, my Kobe. She'll be like, hey, Ree, sorry to bug. I checked Workstation. I checked this. I checked this. Can you help me? I can't find it. I believe her, because when she first started, I'd be like, check your Workstation. And at first I'd be like, she probably hates me, but I trained her how to fish and how to look. So when she can't find these things in these steps, then it's Ree. Hey, Ree, this is what I did. I can't find it. Can you help? Absolutely. So I'm her frontline. I'm her sponsor though. So hi, Callie. I'm her sponsor though, so she can do that. Let me use, who's not my frontline on here? Olivia. Okay, so if Olivia has an issue and she's looked on YouTube and Workstation and called customer service and they don't have an answer for her, then she would say, hey, Gina. Gina's her sponsor. So she would be like, hey, Gina, my Kobe, I did this, this, and this. Can you help me? I can't seem to find it. And then if Gina doesn't know, Gina would be like, you know what? Let me ask Reed, because I'm her sponsor. Do you guys see how that works? Like for Frankie, if she reached out to Selena and Selena didn't know, Selena would be like, you know what? Let me ask Angela. Angela's Selena's director. And if Angela didn't know, she'd be like, you know what? Let me reach out to Raina. And if Raina didn't know, then Raina would be like, let me reach out to my mom, to Ree. I'm her mama. Do you guys get it? This is how it's supposed to be. Our phones should not be going off at all hours of the night, but it's okay if they have been, because maybe we weren't trained. Maybe this hyper growth, or maybe we got too comfortable answering people that now we're overwhelmed and we're overburdened, but it's self-inflicted. And I've been there, and I'm not judging any of you guys. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes early on, because I was doing this at Director, you guys. I was on my phone all hours of the day. And we can't do that. We are going to get burned out, and we are going to piss off our husbands, and we are going to make our families feel like that we're not paying attention to them. And they're first. They're the reason why we're doing this for the most part, right? Don't neglect them in the process. And I was doing that. Okay, so we have to catch ourselves. Okay, so on our pages or on our threads, if you're leading above and you don't have your page yet, we should be doing our shout outs. Reward the behavior that you want repeated. Okay, so if you have somebody that became active, and I just seen this from a couple people, and I'm so freaking happy, and I'm so proud of you guys for doing this. You're shouting them out on the Squad Goals page, right? It's overwhelming, Callie. It's bananas. We did it to ourselves too. That's what the worst part is. If you if you want it repeated, you shout that out. Shout it on your director's page. Shout it on your on Squad Goals page. The only one that I'm partnered with that should not have a page of their own that's a director is Raina, my daughter. Our pages are linked together. Angela has her page, Karina, Sandra, Selena, all of you guys, all of your directors have their own page. Shout them out on that page, and shout them out on Squad Goals. People want to be part, and they want to feel good, and they want to feel acknowledged, because we don't get that in real life. Well, this is real life, but you know what I mean. Shout out their birthdays. If you guys don't know how to find it, you go on Workstation, then you go into Reporting, and then go View Team, and then on the left-hand column, it's going to show their Sensiversary, which is their yearly, how long they've been part of Sensi, and then their birthdays. And you could go through there. Go in there and shout them out. Shout out their birthdays. Shout out their Sensiversary. Shout out their PRV. If they just got active for the first time, if they hit 500 for the first time, if they hit their first $2,000 month, you guys shout them out. On your director page, on Squad Goals page, send them a personal text, send them a voice memo. Let them know that they are special, and this is a community that they want to be part of and never leave, because the world out there is ugly. Let this be something healthy, something they want to look for. Like, they want, let me see what's going on in Squad Goals. I need a laugh. You know what I mean? Or let me see what they're talking about today. That's what we want to create. That's what's going to keep our people. That's going to keep the retention in our teams. That's going to keep the turnover. We're always going to have turnover, you guys. If you have people that left Sensi and don't do anything, it's not your fault. For the most part, if you're training and you're doing your part, it's not your fault. Build something they want to be part of, okay? And as you are building, if you got your team page going, you're going to have to tag them in everything you post in the beginning, because they're not used to checking it. They're not used to, oh, what's going on this page? Or like, oh, I was tagged. If they're tagged, they're going to look. And you're starting to train them how to, oh, okay, so this is what I should be looking back at this, because, oh, Selena posts something funny all the time, or, oh, she always posts good tips, or, oh, there's going to be a training. Tag them in every single post that you post. Do not go bananas if you have your team page and post 28,000 times, because then they're going to want to leave the group, or they're going to mute the group, okay? Once a day is fine. First of the month, you'll see Squad Goals going bananas, because I'm updating them, changing them, But other than that, you'll see me once a day. You'll see me commenting. You'll see me liking. We should be doing that. You as a leader should not be ghost on your director's page. You as a leader should not be ghost on your own threads. You need to be present. You need to provoke, and you need to poke to get people to start talking, and you need to start conversations with people. Does that make sense? Post Tip Tuesdays in your group, even if you don't have a group. When I'm saying group, if you're a lead and you don't have a group yet, do this in your team chat. Okay, Tip Tuesday. If you have 2 or 3 people right now and you're a lead, guess what? You can individually message them a Tip Tuesday. You only have 2 or 3 people right now. You can do that. As it gets bigger, then you can be like, hey guys, we're going to start a group chat. Or hey guys, now we're going to do our team page. But get them in the habit now of communicating with you normally. Does that make sense? So like, for instance, Anna, I think you have 3 or 4 people. Am I something like that, right? Anna, you can reach out individually and be like, oh my God, you guys, look at this Tip Tuesday. You might want to share this with your customers. Look at this motivational post. You don't have to say, look at this motivational post. You could be like, oh, damn girl, this is us, or whatever, and send them that motivational post. Begin to connect, build that connection. So when that page comes, they want to be part, and they're not like, oh, another group. No, they're like, oh, my girl Rihanna created a group today. Like, oh yeah, let's build. You know what I mean? So don't make it awkward. Don't make it forced. Do polls. Hey guys, what do you want to do a training on? Oh, what would you get rid of? It doesn't always have to be Scentsy. You guys can communicate with these people outside of Scentsy too. If you know one of your friends is sick or their family members is sick, check in. It doesn't always have to be Scentsy related. It could be, hey, I'm just following up. You're on my mind. You're in my thoughts. You're in my prayers. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here. Prayers, a note, and send them a card. 50 cents. Go to the Dollar Tree, grab a dollar card, slap a 50-cent stamp on it, and send it out. Those things matter, you guys. We do Friday shout-outs every Friday. Top PRV, active, close to active. Our teamies look forward to it every week, and they love shout-outs. Plus, it motivates them. Yes, it really does, you guys. Being on here, I thought of a name. I got motivation, and it hit me watching you. All right, girlfriend. Well, hey, I'm always about the motivating. I'm glad, Francis. Yes, you guys, like I said, the world out there, it's all crap. People talk crap and put each other down. Let this be the refuge. Let your community be the refuge. We should be doing our own trainings. Do not wait for your director. Do not wait for me. You guys are leaders and above. That means you do your own trainings. Now, hear me out. I understand you may be nervous. I understand this may be new to you. It will remain foreign to you until you step out. If you don't know how to put a training together, go on YouTube, pick a topic, Scentsy Club. Trainings will pop up. Diamond Tribe, I love that. Yes, I love that, Francis. I can't wait to hear if it's been, well, you can't get it approved to your director, but you can work with it for now. So, what was I saying? Oh, go on YouTube, pick a topic, take your notes down on your topic as you're listening. Okay, she said this. I like that. Okay. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, let me rewind you. How did she say that? And then that's your skeleton of your training. You go on there and you say, hey guys, I'm going to go live training on Scentsy Club. You go into Workstation, get the Scentsy Club FAQ. You read through that before your training. You highlight your notes to what stands out and what's important and the frequently asked questions, and you freaking do it like that. That's how I train myself. I didn't know anything about Scentsy. I didn't know I was earning a trip. I didn't know I was promoting to director. Carol can vouch for you. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. She trained me and she was always available, but at the same time, I was just like, I don't want to, I don't want to know. I didn't want to know so much stuff, but by the time I had to know, it was too late. You get what I mean? Because I told Carol when I first joined, I don't want a team. I don't want to go to meetings. I don't want to train. I just want to buy Scentsy and that's it. And we laugh to this day because it's funny, but should be doing your own trainings. Ask your director. Ask your leader if you can do a 5 minutes of fire kind of training on your team page. This is going to help you practice going live. This is going to help you go practice going live for your social media page. You're going to be with your peers. They're going to encourage you. They're going to cheer you on. Nobody's going to be like, damn, that sucked. No, it's not, because that's not the type of environment and the type of atmosphere that we do here. So if you are a leader and you have not went live yet, you need to challenge yourself. Your leaders can challenge you. Your leaders can believe in you. But until you say yes and stop making excuses about why you can't, then you are going to stay in the same spot. And guess what? Your teamies that want it are going to pass you up. And yes, that can happen. That's a whole nother training. Believe in yourself. Who cares if you fumble over words? Who cares if you give misinformation at first you're learning? I did that. I did that several times. I said the wrong thing and it wasn't accurate. But guess what? When I found out it wasn't accurate, I went back in the comments and I said, hey guys, I made a mistake. I said this, but it's actually this. Give yourself grace. Give yourself room to mess up. Give yourself room to fumble. Laugh at yourself. Like I laugh like, oh my God, why did I say that? Or, oh my God, look at what I was, oh my God, look at, who cares? Don't take life too seriously. Life is too short, you guys. If you have not trained on your director's page, I challenge you today for you to ask your director, hey, can I share for 5-10 minutes on the page? And they're going to say yes. And guess what? They're going to be ecstatic because we need leaders to rise up. We need leaders to rise up. We can't have an average leadership and have a great group. We cannot. It starts from the top, yes, but it also, in order to maintain that strong foundation, we need strong leaders that are going to be confident even when they're not. They're going to step out even when they're scared. I'm scared to train in other people's groups too. When people ask me to share in their groups, I'm like nervous. I'm nervous, but I still do it because it grows me as a person. If you know some of your teamies have anxiety or they're shy, work with them one-on-one and say, hey, what do you think? You know, like, why not? This is going to be a life boost. This will give them confidence, not only in Scentsy, but in their life. We're bigger than wax and warmers, guys. Use it to practice going live. Use your groups to go practice. You can go live on Squad Goals. I am begging you guys on this page to go live on Squad Goals. I have put the plea out. I have put petitions. I have said who's going to step up. And it's always the same people, but it doesn't have to be, because we have leaders over leaders over leaders over leaders in this group that can step out and begin to take their role in this group so that your teammates can be like, oh, hey, that's my sponsor. Every time. Somebody goes on, hey, that's my sponsor. Get it, girl. They're proud to see their sponsor on there. You don't want them wondering, where's my sponsor? How come my sponsor doesn't say anything? Hold on, you guys.
I'm right up the street.
Okay, I'm finishing my live right now. Just come in. The door's open.
Okay.
Okay, bye. That's my friend. Okay. Use it to go practice. Okay, use it to practice. It's good for you. Post motivational posts, tag everyone. If it's too many groups, remove from the group. You don't need to be in OC Sense. You don't need to be in all the sample making groups. You don't need to be in all the whiff box groups. You need to be part of groups that are going to be beneficial for the growth of your business. Period. Stop all the nonsense. Stop all the extras. Stop all the stuff and just back to the basics. Train your team. Love on your team. If you haven't trained your team, it's okay. You can still go back. There's a train your teamie document in the Leading the Squad page in the files. There's also how to lead them at each step files in there. Coach them. Coach your essential to certified. Coach your certified to lead. Coach your lead to star. Coach your star to superstar. Coach your superstar to director. It's all there. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to create the culture where you have people, women and men, that feel so comfortable there that they take ownership of the page and they begin to post things, they begin to laugh, they begin to comment, they begin to like, they begin to share. This is what we want. You want to build a business with longevity, it has to start in the community of your team, pages, of your communication. Stop putting them aside. Make time for your business. If you're a leader and above, this is a business. If you are in leadership, let me say this. If you are in leadership and you don't want to be in leadership, you're probably not even watching this. But if you are in leadership and you don't want to be a leader, you need to reach out to me so I can tell you what to do to remove your leadership position so you don't have to be responsible for anybody. But if you're leading above, you are responsible for your group. Yes. All right, guys. I hope this information was helpful. I need to get off because I need to go get my tan on. But if you guys have questions, comment. Don't call me. You could comment. I know a lot of people are on here helpful, and I challenge you. I want you guys to message me. Do not call me. Message me and tell me you want to go live on the Squad Goals page. I don't care what it's about. Anything you're good at, anything you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be fancy. Come on, talk about your family stuff. I don't care. I want you guys to grow on going live and training. I don't care what it's about, as long as it's politically correct. I don't want no drama, but I'm challenging you guys, whoever's watching this, if you have not went live on the Squad Goals page, you need to call me. No, don't call me. You need to message me, and you need to tell me I'm ready to step out, pick a date, and we'll get you going. It's time, guys. Step it up. We got whole teams depending on us. We got growth. We got all that waiting for us. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. Have a great Tuesday afternoon, evening. Enjoy the tacos, the pizza, whatever you're going to eat tonight. Have a good night, guys. Love you.